And so it begins, the social media drama between two rivals who had a 4-fight series across both combat sports, kickboxing and MMA. Of course, as we all know, Poatan started at 3-0. And then Israel Adesanya, he didn't keep score, he settled it when he knocked out Alex Pereira in their last fight, right? So Poatan took to social media to be like, we are the best. I mean, sorry, Pereira, but unless you're talking about just striking in MMA, you're not the best in any weight class. But anyway, but I'm still better. Numbers don't lie. Okay, so you're right. You do have the superior score. But it's not that tweet or that post of Pereira that bothers me, and I'm going to get to that. And then Israel Adesanya said it's quality over quantity over here. 3-1, you can keep that. Whatever helps you sleep at night, with frozen like Elsa emojis. And then Pereira was like KO'd in kickboxing, then helped into a stretcher. Although I don't remember Adesanya being put in a stretcher. Now, he was given an oxygen mask, but I mean, he was literally there in the moment when you got your hand raised. You know that moment when the winner is announced and the ref holds the hands of, you know, both fighters, the winner and the loser. I'm pretty sure if Izzy needed to be put on a stretcher, then he wouldn't be there for that moment. But anyway, defeated in a decision, a controversial decision. Everyone knows you lost. Then TKO'd in the UFC. Yeah, in a fight you were losing and in a controversial stoppage. But anyway, that's more quality than one KO. In the UFC. All right then. So, you know, Pereira is talking his crap about Israel Adesanya. And that's not what I'm judging him for. Although I could say a lot of things to oppose Alex Pereira as an Israel Adesanya fan, he does have the bragging rights being that he has beaten him 3 times. Now, there is a bunch of asterisks besides those wins. You know, the first fight was a robbery. The second fight, Alex was saved by a standing 8 count. If that second fight was in MMA, Israel would have knocked him out in that moment, but kickboxing has a different set of rules. So, and they were in Brazil, so there was a bit of bias there that saved Pereira from getting knocked out. And then fair play, he came back, took advantage of the situation, knocked out Izzy. Won fair and square in MMA, was losing a bunch of rounds though. I think Israel Adesanya definitely appeared to be the better fighter in all 3 fights, but you know, fortune was on Pereira's side, but whatever. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, and Pereira ended with the wins. But with that being said, instead of sitting on the outside talking, acting like you've moved on and going to another weight class, and mind you, Alex Pereira said he can easily still make 205. So, if you can still easily 185. He said he could still easily make 185. So, if you can still make the weight at middleweight, why are you moving up a division? That's what I don't understand. Like, Pereira has a perfect opportunity right now to call for this automatic trilogy in MMA. This 5th fight, you know, across all combat sports to settle it for once and for all. He could say, you know, you're saying you don't keep score, you settle it. Screw that. You owe me another fight. And then the winner, you know, gets the best of 5, right? He could literally be doing that. But instead, he's not calling for a rematch with Israel. I don't know why. But he'd rather talk than, you know, actually ask for the rematch if he can still make the weight. He'd rather just move on to 205. I can understand if the weight cut was too hard and he said, let's just do this at 205. Okay, that makes sense. But it's like you're going to another weight class. Why are you still running your mouth at the guy who gave you a near-death experience? Like, I don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense, you know? This guy is down 1-3 against you and is saying that's that. And not only that, he mocked your son after knocking you out and told you how to raise your kids. What are you going to do about it? Are you just going to sit on the sidelines like a bitch and not do anything? Or are you going to give Dana White, Hunter Campbell a call and say, I want my trilogy and I want to settle this with Israel Adesanya? Now, I know some people will be like, oh, but, you know, he just wants to build his career at 205 and win the belt there and then draw out Israel Adesanya. Maybe that is his plan and he just doesn't want to reveal it. But I think he might have fumbled an opportunity because in this sport of MMA, nothing is guaranteed. Alex Pereira is not guaranteed to win his next fight, whether it be at middleweight or at light heavyweight, and he's not guaranteed to come into 205 and just take over the division. Like, what if he loses his light heavyweight debut, no matter who it's against? Then there goes that fifth fight with Israel Adesanya that all the fans want. There's no point. You lose your next fight, you're irrelevant whether you're 3-1 over Israel Adesanya or not. So, I mean, maybe he will, win his next fight at light heavyweight. Maybe he gets a title shot, and maybe he'll beat the winner of Hill Prochazka, and then the Izzy trilogy, champ versus champ scenario is secured. But what if that gets spoiled by a Jan Blachowicz, which that fight might get made? Or I don't think they're going to give him an Ankalaev. I think they're going to try to give him the most winnable fight possible to fast track him to a 205 title shot. But say you lose, you know what I mean? Whether it be a contender fight or a title fight, I really don't think that's worth the risk. I think right now, Pereira needs to strike the iron while it's hot. Now, if this is Pereira's way of saying, you know what, I can't make the weight at 185 and be healthy, why don't you just say so? Why do you gotta lie to the fans and say you can still make 185? I call BS. You probably can't healthily make the weight anymore, and you don't want to risk fighting Izzy again and be depleted. Okay, why don't you just say, let's fight non-title, forget the belt, you and I, let's settle this right now at 205. Like, in my opinion, I think now is the time to make this trilogy to settle it. I don't think it's safe to keep this on ice. Maybe for Israel Adesanya, because I don't really see who's going to stop him. Maybe Robert Whittaker. I doubt it. Not Duplessis. But Duplessis ain't getting past Whittaker to, get a title shot. So that's irrelevant. But for Pereira, it's more risky because at 205, there's a lot of guys who can beat him. There's a lot of risky fights for him at 205. And he might not, like I said, he's not guaranteed to be successful in that weight class. So I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, I think Pereira should probably just lay low at the moment and just not say anything because, even though you have the superior score, you got the bad end of it. You most recently lost to Israel, so it doesn't look good that you're running your mouth when you're the one coming off the loss. I think my advice to you, Pereira, is if you're going to, move on to light heavyweight, you got to just lay low. Forget Israel Adesanya for now. And just move on, take it in stride, focus on the next guy. And if you succeed at 205, more power to you. But if you're going to talk shit about Israel Adesanya, then you're making yourself look like a coward. Even though, yes, the results speak for itself. The numbers speak for itself. You got the bragging rights still. You don't look good by not asking for another fight with Israel Adesanya. I think you should ask for another fight. I think you should go out there right now and say that Israel Adesanya is afraid of me and he owes me another fight. Dana, let's make it happen. But if you're not going to do that, then honestly, Pereira, you should probably just shut up, man. Like, just stop. You're literally embarrassing yourself. Either stay at 185 and rematch Adesanya right now, or say, let's rematch at 205. Instead of taking another fight at 205. You know what I'm saying? If anything, if Alex Pereira can no longer make middleweight and be healthy, then his first fight at light heavyweight should be none other than Izzy. I mean, who else is Izzy going to fight right now? Dricus du Plessis fighting Whittaker. Izzy wants to come back soon. Apparently, Pereira can come back soon. Why not Pereira Adesanya in August, non-title fight at 205? That could happen. Honestly, that could happen. But again, if not, and you're not going to fight him again right away, why are you running your mouth, Pereira? Why? Why do you got to run your mouth if you're not going to call for this, trilogy? Now, if this is your way of trying to draw out Israel and make Israel ask to fight you, all right then. I mean, good luck. I hope that works in your favor. I doubt it, but I guess we'll see moving forward. But whatever. I mean, who am I to talk? Alex is going to be Alex. He's going to do his thing. He'll sit on the sidelines bragging about how he's still 3-1 over Israel Adesanya. All right, do that then. But I'm just saying it would look a lot better if you did that and asked, for a trilogy. But I get it. You feel like you don't need to because you already have all the wins over him, so you're not desperate to get it back. But it seems like Israel is in your head. You're still thinking about Israel Adesanya, hence why you're trying to get his attention and start this online beef, which is just, I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird, in my opinion. But, it is what it is. Nothing but the best of luck to Alex Pereira at light heavyweight. I hope he succeeds, and I guess we'll see what the future holds, and if, you know, an MMA trilogy is in their sights. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit that subscribe button, and peace out.